Hello, how are y'all doing, guys? Good to see you. I'm just going to get us waiting for a few more minutes. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
How are you, Lucas? Good to see you. It's been a
I
while.
am doing well. How are you?
I'm good too.
It's
Hello,
been a very
everybody.
long
How
day
are
for
you all
me.
doing?
Good
Yeah,
evening.
you've been busy. I've had a
Yes,
busy
very
day too, actually.
Mondays are always awful at work, but it's okay.
Oh, no fun. Just gonna say hello to everybody.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Um,
Let me get my chat open here so I can see what's going on. There we go.
Hello, Zoila. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Hello, Pam. Allie. Thanks for coming, Allie, and for being a great moderator. Hi,
Hello, hello.
Dukta. I always call Ricky Dukta because originally she didn't have the Ricky at the end of her name, so I know her as
Mhm.
Dukta. Hi, Karen H. How are you doing? Hi, Tina. Hi, Sarah Bear. And Michael. Hi, Michael. How are you doing? Can't stay. Wanted to leave some love. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I hope you start feeling better soon, Michael. No fun. Yes, welcome Lucas today. I'm working, Andy. Good to have you.
Hello,
Good to
hello,
see
hello.
you. How are you doing, Lucas?
I'm doing well. It's Monday, the week before holiday week here in the States, and my job was brutal today, but it's okay. We're here now, and it's gonna be a fun afternoon, evening. I don't even know what day it is. That's how bad today was. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, I've been crazy lately too. My mother is 95 and unfortunately is in the process of passing over the last six
Mm,
weeks. So things are just slowly, I've had a lot of time to spend with her, which has been nice. And my
right.
daughter is having surgery on Friday.
Oh wow,
So
it's a busy week for
it's
you.
yeah, I'm part of that sandwich generation. We're taking
Yeah.
care of our kids and our mothers at the same time. You understand that, eh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. More than I think I should at this age, but hey, it's okay. We all
And
have certain things we're dealt with, and we deal with it with grace
yeah,
and sometimes a little of pride. Um, sometimes, depending on who you are.
yeah.
Eager for Christmas, yes, Tina, absolutely. I decided about a week and a half ago or so to put the tree up because I needed a little bit of Christmas spirit. Um, and now here we are.
It looks great.
I spent most of today adding ornaments to it because it looked a little bare. And if you're a little eagle-eyed, you can see right there, there's a possum in the tree.
Oh yeah, you can
Um,
see it.
if you've seen my channel and if you haven't seen, go back to the videos in the summer. We had a stint of a couple weeks where some baby possums were getting into my house
Oh
and sneaking around in the yarn over here in the corner. So a lovely viewer sent me a stuffed possum as a gift, and now it's in the tree.
I was gonna say I love all the yarn by the tree. It's great, but it does look
Yeah.
perfect for a critter.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh
looks
yeah.
like a nice cozy.
He
Do you have a
was
cat?
sneaking around, and he would walk over to, I have like a little food bowl for my dog when he comes in here,
Right.
and he would sneak over to the food bowl, sniff around there, and he'd sneak back into the closet under the door. It was a lot of fun trying to catch him.
Oh my God. That's perfect for a cat. If you have a cat, they would love that.
Yes, we had a couple. They are no longer with us, unfortunately, but I'm thinking of getting another one very soon. Very soon.
Yeah.
I want to go to the shelters around me and see who's there, see
Yeah.
if anybody clicks with me, because cats are a little picky. So maybe
Yeah.
maybe.
I've had a lot of cats in my day. This is the first time in my life I haven't had any animals.
Oh
But
wow.
my daughter has a cat, so when I go and I visit her, he likes to hang out with grandma, so
Mhm,
that's all right.
mhm. Yeah, my dog. He'll come in here every once in a while. He's my dog, but he is glued to my mom at the hip. So
Uh,
wherever she goes, he goes. Um, the cats were always mine, though. They stuck with me.
yeah.
Um, so it's been a little quiet in this room, honestly. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll find one
Yeah. So what have you been up to on your channel lately?
lately. Oh goodness. Well, I am.
Let everybody know what your channel's about and what you do and
Oh yeah, yeah.
fun that you have and all that good stuff.
I'll do my little spiel at the beginning.
Yeah.
So my channel name is Lucas Yarns. It is an extension of some of the other YouTube channels that I've had over the years. There have been quite a few at this point, but this one really is just focused on yarn and yarn crafts, knitting, crochet. I'm getting into loom knitting now, um, and I do a little bit of plastic canvas here and there every once in a while.
Hmm.
So it's pretty much everything there that deals with yarn, and I have a lot of it. So, that it's been a lot of fun. We're nearing 1 year, on the channel in a couple of weeks, actually. So, been quite a journey for sure. Um, Not my first rodeo at a yarn channel.
Yeah.
Um, I'm a much more mature person now. I was very young when it was in the very early days of YouTube. Um like 12 or 13 or maybe even 14 years ago now at this
Yeah.
point. Um, and I was not able to keep up with it, but now it's something that I love. So it's definitely glad to be here. And the
I've
YouTube
been
streets
on
are
for 10
wonderful.
years. 10 years. I had four or 5 years
Mhm,
and then I took time off and then I'm back for a couple of years now. So
mhm.
same thing.
Yeah, I go off and on with some of the other channels. I did one for like bullet journaling and planning for a little
Hmm.
while. I've got one for some video games. A lot of people don't mix that into some of their lives, but that's okay. We all have our hobbies.
Hmm.
And I did one that was like a vlog style channel for a long time. Um, so I've had a few over the years. The longest one is probably the gaming channel. It's now 12 years old, I think.
Nice.
So no stranger to the YouTube streets, but showing my face on camera recently in the
Okay.
last year has definitely been part of the challenge for me.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I've just
you
got into
learn.
planning, doing planner spreads, and that's been fun.
It
I
is
enjoy it.
it is a lot of fun once you
Fun.
start diving into it.
Yeah.
Because it takes a little bit of the hand-drawn arts into it, sketching, that kind of thing. Or
Hmm.
if you're into scrapbooking, you can get into that as well.
Hmm.
Some of the art cards that you do, a lot of those techniques and styles can come into
Yeah.
play there. There's a lot that you can do with it. Um, but I love my bullet journal. I've had it for now, what, 12 years, I think?
Nice.
Keeps me on track.
Yeah, I've been primarily an art journaler, so
Mhm,
transitioning into the planning has
mhm.
been very comfortable for me. It's been
Oh
nice.
yeah, yeah. You fall right into the same habits that you've had
Hmm.
forever,
Yeah,
and
true.
it's just a different way to use the things that you already know and love how to do.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
it's
right
been
there
fun.
into that. And I'm not the best artist in the world, but I love every bit of it.
Me either. I have a good
I,
eye, but I don't have very good hands.
I love playing with color. For me, it's more.
Mm.
I can't really draw a lot of things, but I like playing with color and geometric shapes and layering a bunch of things together
Hmm.
to create the visual effect. But if you ask
Nice.
me to sit down and draw something, I probably can't do it. But
I'm the same.
I can put something together that looks kind of what you're asking for, but
Yeah.
drawing it probably not going to happen.
Yeah. Same as me. I can't draw a lick, but I can put things together.
Mhm. It was just never something that I did until I was much older. I never took any art classes or anything in school. I was too busy into music at the time.
Mm,
But it's so much fun now, and I have the space and the mindset to do it now. I never
yeah.
would have been able to do it when I was younger.
Yeah.
Never.
Let's see
So
what's
I'm all
happening.
over the place.
Let's see what's happening on the chat here. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. Hi, Mimi. Good to see you, Tammy. Rained all
Tangled
day.
up.
Hi, Nessa. How are you?
Send some rain my way. We need it.
Oh, yeah?
It's just
Doctor's here.
hot right
Lana.
now, and
Die,
we're gonna
die,
have a
Dawn.
cold
Good to
snap
see
soon.
you.
Good evening.
Lena. Welcome, Lena. Good to have you here. I think you're a newbie. And Zoila is putting in your link for us there. Hi, Mary.
Thank
How are
you,
you doing?
Zyla.
Yes, a lovely Zoila. Everybody knows Zoila. And we have Miss Sally Kay. She's another one of my moderators. And Tammy. Alrighty. So what
Cat,
you
welcome.
been making? Hi, Alley Cat. Good to see you. Kathy Whitney, welcome.
Kathy,
People are still
hello.
coming in. People are still
It's still
coming in.
early.
Yeah.
It's still early. I'm hoping that some of the people come from my channel because I did post a link in that community tab thing.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who actually pays attention to that, but hopefully they do.
I always use it. I know
So,
it from other people sometimes.
mhm.
But with YouTube, half the time you don't get stuff, and sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't.
Yeah, it only shows you like 3 or 4, and so it's really easy to fall away into the abyss if you're not fast enough. But yeah, who knows?
That's what happens.
I'm no expert on YouTube yet, but we'll get there one
I'm
day.
not either.
We'll get there one day.
So what are
But
you
guess what I
making?
was doing? Yes. So currently, um, right now, I'm working on a project I call the Tiny Kitchens Project, where my goal is to take and donate hats and dishcloths and soap savers and any number of things that I can make to the tiny kitchens in my area. And if you don't know what a tiny kitchen is, it's similar
No.
to the tiny library movement that's going around. It's
Yeah.
basically a little thing in your community. It's typically going to be like a small cabinet or something that's outside, that's accessible 24/7 to the public. And for example, in the library, people take books to it,
Right.
books that you might be not have read or want to cycle through. So
Yeah.
you can bring one and take one, or if you
Yeah.
just want to go pick up a book, you can go there and do that. The tiny kitchens are a little bit more specialized in that they allow for the community to take non-perishable food items to go put
Mm,
into this library or this
yeah.
kitchen for anybody who should need it to go and pick it up at any time. No questions asked, no
Yeah.
judgment, nothing. It's just a place to go to get some food. Um, but what I found, and if you've ever done any volunteer work or any work in the community and this kind of thing, nobody donates cleaning supplies. Nobody donates, the things that you really need a lot of,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you don't really see it that often. So I started with dishcloths,
Yeah.
and then I heard from a friend that there's a bunch of hat drives and scarf drives happening in my community. So I
Yeah.
went ahead and threw hats into the mix, and so that's
Yeah.
what I've been making a lot of for the last month.
Yeah. I have a bunch
All
of
of
hats that I want to give away.
mhm.
And there's my closet. I need to do them from last year, actually.
Mm.
But yeah.
I make a lot of hats, and I give away most of the things that I make. So
Hmm.
I don't have a lot of them, but it's been fun trying to build up a stock to take out there. My goal is to take a bunch out on
Hmm.
Friday.
Yeah.
Not Friday, not this Friday, next Friday. Um, I get confused because we're so used to having the Thanksgiving holiday here in the States around my mom's birthday.
Okay.
We have an extra week this year, so
Okay. Okay.
getting confused with the time they're in there. But so I have another week or so, and I'm gonna make as much as I can, and then
Yeah.
after Thanksgiving, I have the day off work. I'm gonna ride around the community and drop some stuff off at the kitchens, and
Nice.
we'll see how it goes.
Very nice.
125 hats, Karen. My goodness,
Wow. I make
that's
hats
so
because I
much.
wear them all the time. Like this one I made last year.
Mhm.
This one here
Yeah,
I made last year. I wear a lot of hats.
I love hats, but I hate wearing them when I have my glasses on.
Okay.
I don't like the way they look when the glasses are on, especially if it's a
Okay.
longer hat. So
Yeah.
I stick to them. But if I ever get back into contacts, it's on. I'll wear them every day.
Yeah. We have our Thanksgiving in September, the middle of September.
Mhm.
There's quite a difference.
Oh yes.
But I think I
My,
would
I
prefer to have it in November because
really why?
October would be for October would be for Halloween, and then November would be for Thanksgiving, and then we'd have
Okay.
Christmas. To me, that makes
Okay.
sense because we end up with a whole month of 2 months of nothingness. Well,
Mm,
December you're ready for Christmas, so November becomes kind of like an empty hole of nothingness where
I see.
everybody
I
just gets
see.
depressed because it's cold and
And there's
dreary and
nothing to
dark
do,
and
and
nasty and everybody just is sitting in their houses
yeah,
waiting for Christmas to come.
the only thing I don't like about the holidays being so close together here in the States is travel. If you're traveling a lot,
Yeah,
you'll travel for Thanksgiving and you might go back home or whatever. And then a month later you're traveling again for Christmas. Some
yeah,
people do it
that's
both
true.
holidays, some don't, but
Yeah,
it gets pretty hectic for those that travel. Luckily, I don't have to do that anymore. But
yeah,
when I was younger, we did, and it was always a lot because if it's especially if it's a big trip, you get home and you settle in and go, oh, let's time to go again.
oh
There's
yeah,
no time to disconnect from it.
yeah.
But I love the holidays. They're my favorite time. I always say that the Burr months, the October, November, September, those are my favorite months of the
Me
year.
too. Me too. I love the
So,
fall. I love when the leaves change colors and they
mhm,
fall. You have that musty smell and the crunch under your feet.
yeah,
I love all that stuff.
we actually have peak leaf color probably this weekend in my area.
Okay.
So we have a little bit left before it all goes away, but we're also possibly getting our first freeze this week. So
Okay.
winter is coming.
Yeah,
Winter
it's
is
been really
definitely
warm
coming.
here. We haven't had any snow yet at all. We had one snow overnight, but nobody really saw it.
Hmm.
And that was it. It wasn't anything that stayed or anything like that. So
Yeah, they're threatening for us to get some snow, just a hint of it. It doesn't really snow here.
yeah,
Maybe Thursday or Friday morning. So we'll see. I'm high enough in elevation in the mountains where if they threaten it, we're probably going to see it, but it usually doesn't stick
yeah,
um, until it gets late February or so, is when we usually have some snow on the ground.
yeah. See, yeah, last year we didn't have snow until January, which is very rare here.
Really?
Usually by January we have tons of snow, but with the global warming, there's really
Hmm.
less and less snow and less cold
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the time
It's been
compared to when I
very
was
hot
a kid.
here for sure.
Yeah.
I just saw a
Uh,
question in the chat from Tina. Where am I? I am in the North Georgia mountains in the southern U.S. So probably more than 1,000+ miles away from our friend Shannon over here.
nice. I
I
bet
do
it's
live in the
beautiful
States.
over there, though.
It is very, very nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's a moderate climate. We don't get a lot of huge swings in the weather, but we do
Okay.
also have four seasons.
Yeah.
A lot of states in the southern US don't have four seasons.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
we're lucky where we are. We're sort of the middle ground
Middle.
between too cold and too hot.
Well, that's nice because it's here. It's always too cold and too hot.
Mm,
It's very little in between anymore. We used to have 4 seasons. Now we have very little fall and very little spring. It's
my
like
goodness.
30 degrees, which is like 100,
Hmm.
and humid like crazy here. or it's 30 below, which is freezing.
Oh my
Very
goodness.
little in between. It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't like it when it's too cold,
Oh
but
my,
I love winter, but not when it's too cold.
I agree. Karen said she lives near Denver, Colorado, and they had 17 inches of snow last week.
I have a
Oh
coworker
my
that lives in
goodness.
Denver, and she was very concerned and surprised at how intense the snow was last week.
Yeah, eh?
So it's I
Wow.
think it's a little too early for that, but what do I know?
Yeah.
We get half an inch of snow when the entire city shuts down, so I can't really speak too much about that.
The city next to us, Toronto, always does that. We always laugh at them because
It's
they're on the Great Lakes, so they don't
hmm
get much snow. They don't know how to deal with it. They're not real Canadians.
I just find it hilarious. There was some years ago where we had basically the snowpocalypse where people were stuck on the roads for 24 to 48 hours, and it
Oh
was
my
pretty
god.
intense. And they were like, well, how did it happen? I said, well, if you look at the city of Atlanta, it is a concrete jungle. There's very few trees.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no drainage on the roads. So if you have a large amount of precipitation that happens, whether it's rain or snow or whatever, and it melts, it's going to sit on that ground and freeze over completely. So
Yeah.
that's exactly what happened. We get a lot of ice here more than we do snow, just because the ground is always too
Yeah.
warm. But people laugh. They're like, "You don't know how to do anything in the snow." No, we don't, because we get it once every 10 years. But we love it when we do.
Yeah, we have ice storms. We've had years where we've had like 8 feet of snow.
hmm
Just depends. I don't know what it's about, but it just depends really.
Yeah,
So what? Tell
we've
me
had
about
some
the
pretty
stuff you've been up to on your channel lately.
yeah. So I recently did. Oh, well, I'm showing this as I'm moving it around. This is
Mm-hmm.
just a granny square blanket I'm making for a friend who just moved houses as a housewarming gift. I'm about a month behind at this point, so I'm trying to hurry up and finish it. But on the channel, so but I kind of have a much more relaxed thought behind my channel. I don't like to stress about it too much, so
Yeah, good
I
way
try
to
to do at
be.
least one video a week and one live stream. Um, so the videos come out on Sundays. Live streams are usually right now going to be on Tuesdays.
Okay.
But I just sort of hang out, just chit chat about what I've done that week in the yarn crafts and things that I've done, learned, experimented with. There's a lot of things that I would love to do and have planned to do starting in December. So the last few weeks have been prepping and doing the Tiny Kitchens project.
Mm-hmm.
Once that winds down next week, we're going to move on and jump into the gift giving season for the December and the Christmas holidays. And then in
Yeah.
January, I have quite a few plans for some really cool things happening very, very soon. So
Ooh, that sounds
um,
fun.
I have, I mentioned earlier, I love playing with color. And I got an idea. This surprise, nobody knows about this. I'm gonna tell you because nobody else is here, right? Nobody's listening. It's fine. Um, I'm going to be putting together um, color swatches to give inspiration and ideas for folks because I get a lot of people asking me in through emails and comments and all kinds of things. You
Mm-hmm.
know, what should I do? What should I make this project out of? Do you think this would look good? Do you think
Mm-hmm.
this would be a good color combination? So I'm working with a couple of places, some yarn places, to get sets of yarn in various weights and things. And I'm going to start
Mm-hmm.
putting some things together, and they'll be part of the channel very soon. It's a lot of work, though.
Yeah.
It is a lot
Well,
of work.
good for you.
So that is one of my main focuses for December is really getting through the gift giving season and start pre-recording some of that content so I can release
Mm-hmm.
it in January. So um, there's that, and the other thing that I'm most proud of in the last 2 to 3 months or so would have been the makes for dudes section and segments of videos where I sat down and said, hey, here are some hats that I would wear as a dude. This is what you
Mm-hmm.
could possibly make it out of. Here are some scarves and some sweaters and some things. Because I also get a lot of questions asking, what would you actually do? What would you wear? What would you like from a maker? So I
Mm-hmm.
just gave some suggestions through a couple of video sections there. So it was a lot of fun to do that. And I plan on updating it and doing it again next year. So lots of things happening.
Oh, good for you. Good job.
Lots of things happening. I feel like I'm talking way too fast.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, here on our channel, it's things are going to be slowing down
Hmm.
before the holidays because, like I said, my daughter's having surgery and she's having major abdominal surgery.
Hmm.
So I'll be going and staying at her house for however long it takes, and she's not going to be eating really real food right up to Christmas, pretty much. So,
Mm,
and then at the same time, my mother's going through her process, so I've
right.
been busy making a lot of videos ahead of time, so I have videos available for people while I'm away, and not.
Hmm.
I'll do some pop up lives here and there, whenever I have time while I'm at her place. But so I've been
You never
busy
know what's
making
going to
these
happen.
videos.
I'm sure for the first little bit, she's going to take a lot of the attention, but
Yeah,
maybe after a little bit, you'll have a little bit more freedom to do
yeah,
more of those things.
yeah. But the main, the
Surgeries are
main,
always
the main,
strange.
the
So,
main thing is that I can't do art at her house. So
hmm.
that's why I have to do the art journaling and that sort of stuff here as videos rather than doing them as lives. Because usually I do the Friday art live.
Hmm.
So rather than doing that, I'm just going to do some art journaling videos. So those are I'm about halfway through getting those up and ready. So
Cool.
yeah. Oh, you're working on
Making it.
another Lovey, Kathy? That's good. Yeah, I just finished. I just dropped off a big dump of blankets and loveys to Chio on Wednesday. Get them all set up for
Very
Christmas.
cool.
Yeah.
I have a coworker who is actually pregnant, due to give birth in March,
Yeah.
and I said, "Please let me make you something. What is your nursery theme?" She gave me color suggestions about what they're going to do, and now I
Yeah.
have no idea what to make her. So I'm looking for ideas. Maybe somebody out there will
You
give
know
me the
what is
perfect
really
gym.
cute, Liam? Liam. I call you Liam. Lucas. You know what's really cute for a newborn is those
Mm,
little bags. They're like little sacks, and you just put the
mm.
baby in the little sack.
Oh, those. Okay, I know what
Like
you're
they're
talking
new
about.
and they're cool, and it's not something
Hmm.
that most people would think of. Yeah, we just had a niece. We just had a niece. No, a great niece. My niece just had a baby. So I made a blanket for her, and then I made a blanket for her older daughter, who's 4.
Hmm.
Yeah. So.
It's been a long time since we've had a baby in my family, so I'm a little
Hmm.
out of practice with the baby stuff. But now I've got the one coworker who's pregnant, the one coworker who, um, I'm gonna say, inherited a baby from the family. I won't go into the
Okay.
details
Yep.
behind that, but uh, it's a nice way of putting it. Um, so there's all of a sudden 2 newborns in my life, and I don't know what to do for them. So
I'll send you some links for those little newborn sacks. I don't know what to
okay,
call them, but they're really cute. And I
okay.
think it's something different that someone would really appreciate.
Hey, I'm all for thinking outside the box.
Yeah,
So, why not? Why not?
yeah. Sort of think of sort of in the vein of like a Christmas stocking.
Mhm.
Only it doesn't
That's
go sideways. Just shoot. You just
hmm, I'll
put
have to
them.
look at
Well,
it.
we're gonna wrap. We always wrap our babies, right? We wrap
Yeah,
them in, and then you just put them in the blankie.
that sounds adorable.
Yeah, it is. It's
That
really
sounds
cute.
adorable. And I bet you my coworker would appreciate that. She
Yeah,
she has tried to crochet and knit herself, but it never stuck with her.
yeah,
So she's one of the people that will appreciate the effort that goes into making these things.
yeah,
Um, because not everybody does, and that's okay.
yeah,
Um, but I find it extra special to send those types of items to people who know and appreciate what it is, because
yeah,
they'll know the effort that went behind it. So
yeah,
I look forward to that. Um, their color is sage green for the nursery as well, so
yeah,
it's a little bit outside of
yeah.
the quote unquote normal already. So yeah,
Sage green is a safe color if you don't know what you're having.
Mm. Well, they know, but they
But,
chose sage really, really early on.
mhm.
Um, it was one of the first things she said the day that she she said, "Hey, can I tell you a secret? Can you keep a secret?" And I said, "What? What's up?" I'm a Virgo. I love all the secrets. Please tell me everything. Uh, and she was like, "Well, here you go." And she sent me a picture of the positive test, and I was like, "No way, no way." This is months ago. Couldn't tell anybody. That's torture. By the way, if you ever do that to somebody, that's torture.
Yeah, my daughter did that to me a little while ago. Her best friend is having another baby.
It's torture. I want to tell
Yeah.
everybody. I'm so excited for them, but couldn't say a word. But
Yeah.
now the cat is out of the bag at work, so we can talk about it.
Yeah, Sarah's best friend had a baby boy. I guess almost 2 years ago now, and now she's pregnant again. So, and she
Oh
has an
wow,
older daughter that's a teenager, and so
that's a big age
we
jump.
think another girl would be good. Well, she had her first daughter when she was 15,
Mm,
so now
mhm.
she's married and she's having her second sort of batch of kids.
I have a friend that he is one of 22 or 23 kids. I forget the exact number, but he was in his mid to late 20s when the last one was born. So the ages are all over the place.
That's how it was in my family. I have two sisters. My two oldest sisters I never
Mhm.
lived with. They were moved out of the house by the time I was born.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I can't really. I'm an only child, so
Oh, okay. My daughter's an only child too. I come
it's
from a big family and now I have a little
mhm.
family.
Yeah. There are pros and cons to both. I will
I
say,
agree. I agree.
you know, gotta have both. Gotta have a balance in society, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping at least for the coworker who's pregnant that she has many, many more because she wants a big family,
Oh, that's
and I
good.
hope that she gets it.
Yeah. So you're making hats and you're making
Yes.
scarves and you're making blankets
Hmm.
and, and you're keeping busy.
Trying to,
I
trying
always
to.
like to ask the question of what's your favorite hook?
My favorite hook.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an okay. So I have two answers for that, and I'm looking for the other one, and I don't think I have it
Yeah,
handy.
because you crochet and you knit. So why don't we do
I
both?
do. I do. Um, okay. Is it? I'm gonna make a little bit of noise. I apologize, but I don't think it's in this container. Where is it? Oh, it's in my go bag. Okay. Well, I'm not going to get up and get it, but my favorite crochet hook line specifically is going to be the Clover Soft Touch. Let me
Okay.
move the camera there. I love these 100%. I have at least 4 of every size they make, including the steel crochet hooks, because I keep losing them, and then I'll
Mm-hmm.
go and finish a project and put the bag away because I put every project in a bag,
Yep.
and then I'll go and start a new project, pull the bag out, surprise, there's the hook I just replaced. Um, I do that all the time.
I can relate to that.
So there's that, and then I got one last year for Christmas. It is an O-Fire hook, so one of those resin hooks, similar
Yeah.
to this one will be better to see on camera. This one,
Yep.
where's the camera? There we are. Similar to that, but it's blue marbled, and it has this massive handle to hold on to. I absolutely love that for making like worsted weight or bulky weight shawls.
Okay.
But I can't find it. It's hiding
Is it like
somewhere.
this?
Yeah,
Is it
very,
one of
yes,
these?
yes.
This is a furls.
It's
I
not
won
quite
this.
as fancy as the furls, but
I
it's
won
it's
this
one of
one
those
at
off brands.
yeah. O Fire is great though.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, this one I won at Mishi's, but it's
Yeah,
a
I'm
little
so
too
jealous.
big for me. I have very small
Really?
hands. I have
Okay.
really tiny hands, and the neck is well. My favorite hook is the furls. Uh, what do you call these?
The are those the Clover Amore?
Yes, Clover Moore. That's what it is. Yes, the Clover Moore.
I
So
have
you
that
can see
exact
the
hook right
difference.
here.
Look at the difference in the hooks
Yeah, they're
sizes.
much longer. Yeah.
And I
I like
have
the
very
shape of the handle though. It's much easier to hold.
yeah, it is a nice handle. But for
Hmm.
me, holding this way down here, this is way too long for me.
Hmm.
I need
That's why I only liked him for bulkier yarns.
Yeah.
because I'm already moving more than I would for say like a fingering weight or
Yeah.
lower. Um, but I don't use them as much right now. So
Okay. I have very tiny hands.
I
So
have kind of medium hands. My hands aren't that big. There are some other folks in the YouTube streets. I won't name names. We all know who he is, who has massive hands.
mm,
Um, I don't quite have hands that large. Um, so some of the hooks that are very, very long, I can't use. They're
yeah.
just too long for me.
Yeah.
Like the prim hooks,
Yeah.
I can't use these. These are just slightly longer than the O-Fire hooks. And
I
it's just
think
that little bit.
the furls are a little bigger. They're
Really?
really big.
Okay.
Let me check. Let me measure this. See how long this is. Where's my measure? Here it is. We'll do it in inches. It's around 7 inches.
I wonder how this one is. See, now I'm looking for my measuring tape and I don't see it. There it is.
We have to see how long they are. And this one,
Let's
I would
see.
say is
Yeah, the
this
prim
one
hook
is
is just about 7 inches as well.
yeah, they're big. This one's 5.5. The Clover and Moors are 5.5.
hmm
So quite
If
a
I could get one that's
difference.
in between the two, that would be
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah, because this is small for most people. Like I said, it just fits in my hand perfectly. When I
I don't
found
think they're
these, I
that
was
small, but I don't have huge hands though.
no.
But
Well,
I
people
also
like them.
crochet a little differently than most people do. I don't hold the whole hook in my hand. I'm usually only holding with a couple fingers.
Okay, yeah,
So um I'll tuck it into like the little fold of my hand right
yeah.
there sometimes, but I hold it away from my hand
That's exactly
because
where I hold mine. Is right there. I do a
it's out of
lot of
habit.
this kind of stuff.
Yeah, so do I. I twist both hands as I'm working.
Yeah, I must be using this hand because I have carpal tunnel in this hand, so I must be using it in some way that's not pleasant.
Maybe. You have to wear men's gloves tie-dyed on.
You have big hands, I guess, Dawn.
Well, you know what they say about big hands.
Tammy
Big
has
gloves.
mini hands too. Lana loves her Clover and Moore, but they're too short. Yeah, they're short. I like them though.
Yeah, the prim. I've wanted to love the prim hooks. I bought so many different sizes of them before I even tried them. I fell
Yeah,
into the hole of my ADHD collection brain where I have to have everything of the thing that
yeah.
I'm buying. Um, so I bought every one that they had on the shelf at the time, and I took it home and I tried the first one, and I absolutely hated it. I was like, no, but they're here. I'm not going to take them back.
I
So
was gonna say you can return them.
I could have. Probably going to give them away on my channel one day.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Ali
Because
K bought herself a set of Clover hooks for Christmas. Good job.
which ones? The Clover and More. I
Clover
love
and
those
Moors, yeah.
hooks.
Me too.
I love those
My
hooks.
favorite.
And if you can find them on sale, buy two.
Yeah.
Because then you're getting
Yeah.
the same thing for the same price, but you get two of them.
Well, I had a friend who sent me a 6 Clover and Moore, and I fell in
Mhm.
love with them. And then last year, Sarah bought me a set for Christmas. And then she started buying me the bigger ones because I make baskets and
Mhm.
I make big amigurumis
Mhm.
for the kiddos. I make sharks and then dinosaurs and with blanket yarn. So I need bigger hooks for those sorts of things.
Oh, some of those are so much fun.
So I have the big
Um,
hooks too.
I watch a lot of folks that do like crochet markets and things to sell
Yeah,
all the stuffies,
yeah,
and those no sew like turtle patterns or the whales.
yeah,
They look like so much fun to make.
yeah.
Um, but I can't stand blanket yarn. More
Uh,
power to you, my friend.
yeah.
It's just a texture thing for me. I can't stand working with it, but I love the finished
Okay.
product.
Yeah, I make certain ones big with blanket
Mhm.
yarn, and then I make other ones. I make dolls as well that
Mhm.
are made with cotton. And
That's
so I
that
make
can be tough on the hands, especially if it's a smaller cotton.
not really small, not like the little mini ones.
No,
We're
okay.
talking dolls. I like my amigurumi to be a good size. Like I want to. They're cuddle. They're meant for cuddling. You got your
Ah,
blanket and
gotcha.
you got your doll. It's cuddling, and so that's why I make some dinosaurs and some sharks and some stuff
Hmm.
like that for people who might not want dolls.
Yeah, amigurumi is actually how I started crocheting.
Oh yeah, eh?
Because my aunt is big in the crafting world. She does a lot of crocheting, a lot of quilting, a lot of anything that involves making things.
Yeah.
Um, and so when I was in really early high school, this is 25 years ago now, I went to her and I said, "Can you teach me how to crochet? I want to make my friends this toy." And so we sat down, we went to the store, got me one of the, let's see, do I even have it here? I probably still have it. Yes, I do, right here. A boy metal hook. I
That's
still
what I
have
started with.
the same
That's
hook.
what I started with.
Um, some of the worst yarn I've ever, I don't even know what it was. It was something she had in her stash from probably the 70s. Um, really bad acrylic. And she's like, okay, we're going to sit down and you're going to learn how to do this thing. But I'm left-handed and she's right-handed.
Oh
So I
my.
really struggled with it until I started crocheting with my right hand. And it just clicked with me immediately.
Yeah.
So even though I'm left-handed, I crochet with my right hand because I couldn't get it to work. I like to copy what I'm seeing when somebody's teaching me how to do
Yeah.
something. I learned by doing. So I was trying to do what she was doing, but left-handed and mirrored, and it just wasn't working for me. So I switched. And once I did that, it was off to the races. I never stopped.
I learned
Never
watching
stopped.
bag a day.
Really?
Yeah, I just wanted to learn how to make little flowers
Hmm.
for my cards. That's all I wanted. I've never made a little flower since 2 years ago.
Well, one
Yeah.
of the biggest influences I had was because I did very, very basic stuff for a long time. And then YouTube came around and all these people started teaching them
Hmm.
their friends how to do this stuff. There was a woman who had a channel, literally was just crochet, YouTube/crochet. That was her
Hmm.
channel. Her name was Teresa, I think. She had amazing style, amazing way of teaching. Um, but she went off a little bit on the deep end, bless her. I don't know what happened. Her channel is no longer there. All the
Hmm.
videos are gone. But she taught me so many of the things that I know now, just from
Hmm.
more advanced techniques and some
Yeah.
things that I use daily. Um, More so than anybody that I'd ever had learned from, even my aunt.
Yeah.
So I wish her videos were still there. They were fantastic. I think she renamed her channel Crochet Geek at one point.
Okay.
So somebody might remember that name. But
Uh,
yeah, that's
yeah.
that's who was one of my larger influences
Nice.
many moons ago.
Very nice. Hi, Amber and Mishi. Hi, you guys, ladies.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Frizzy B. How are you doing? Good to
All
have
these
you
folks
guys.
popping in. Good evening.
Don Yarn. Don. I almost called you Don Yarndall. Tie dye Don. Sorry, honey. Yeah. Yes, I made a hammerhead shark. Tina said I made a hammerhead shark. I did. It was fun. It was free pattern. I think was on. I don't know which yarn company, but one of the American yarn companies. They have tons of patterns for free,
Hmm.
and I like to
They
collect
do.
the books too. I must
I
say.
am really bad about. I'll download one of the PDF patterns off the internet, and it'll disappear into a folder on my computer, and
Yeah.
then I'll like months later I'll be looking for a pattern, and I will go and download it, and it'll, you know how when you save a file, it add the 1 or the 2 to the end of the file
Mm-hmm.
name, saying it's a copy of it. I'll download it, and it'll be like the 5th copy in that folder of the same thing that I downloaded months ago. I had no idea that it was there. But I'm really bad about just, I'll take a digital pattern and I'll write it down in a notebook,
That's what I do.
but then
That's
I
exactly what I do.
forget. And I'll
I
take
put
that
it in
with
my little
me.
book here.
Yeah, I'll
All my
take that with me,
patterns.
but I'm bad about writing down who created the pattern, what the name of the pattern was, where I got it from. I don't
Okay,
write
yeah,
any of that down.
yeah.
So I forget what it is. And if somebody's like, well, what pattern is that? And I go, well, it's the one that I wrote on this page right here. it's in this notebook, and it's on page 17. More than that, I can't tell you. I have no idea.
I take pictures of them.
I
take
should start
pictures
doing
of
that.
it because that
I
way I
really
can
should.
remember it. It's something that I do for my brain injury
Mhm.
solution. If I see it, then I know it's there.
That's a good option for that.
Yeah, because
And
otherwise
also,
I would be gone. I would never see it again. I wouldn't
right.
even remember it was there 5 minutes after I put it in.
I have a lot of the I have ADHD, so there's
Yeah,
that object permanence thing. If I don't
yeah,
physically see it, I forget
exactly,
about it completely. So if it's
exactly.
not sitting in front of me, it doesn't exist. That's how I lose so much stuff sitting in this room.
That's why I started doing
So-
the planning because I thought,
Mhm.
well, I was putting stuff in my phone, and then it was getting to be too much stuff in my phone.
Right, right.
So I thought, oh well,
I
I'll
never could
do
get through the phone
planning that
stuff.
way. It'll be in my face. It'll be easier.
Hmm. Yeah, I've got a marker board here with
Yeah.
my week's schedule, so I don't forget that. And I
I have
have
the same
calendars
thing on
all
my
over the
door.
house. And even like getting ready for this live stream, I have it in 6 different places, including my work calendar, because I didn't want to forget.
Yeah, I had mine
Yes.
on my front door, so when I walk by it, I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
that's what we're doing today.
Yeah, I want to put one on that door, but it's currently covered in project bags. So maybe I'll move some stuff around. I don't know.
I'm the same. I have everything in project bags.
It's bad too because I'll buy those. I wouldn't say it's bad, but anytime I go to the grocery store or any of the big stores, I'll buy the reusable shopping bags.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a design that I know that I don't have. I have a bag full of bags. So my bag sits in the closet and I forget all about it. And then I keep buying more.
Well, in Canada, they decided that plastic bags are no longer legal.
Mm.
So now
I
we
wish
have
we
a
would do that
problem
here.
in Canada because we have reusable bags that we don't know what to do with.
Oh,
Because
goodness.
every time you get groceries, you get a new bag. I mean, well, I get my groceries delivered. I get everything delivered now. So every time I get groceries, I get more bags.
Right.
And
And do they send those in the reusable bags too?
yes.
Really? See, even in places here, like in Los Angeles, I spent some time there for work last year. They've outlawed plastic bags and plastic like single-use plastics are completely
Yep.
not a thing. But if you order like food for delivery, it comes in plastic. They put it in plastic. So there's some disconnect somewhere with what's actually there and not. Where I live, they don't care about anything. They just
Delivery delivery is primarily in paper bags. Now they've gone back to paper bags for delivery. Yeah, that's what they do.
I miss paper bags. They're so useful.
Yeah, and all the like the Tim Hortons or the McDonald's or all that, they're all in paper bags with like paper handles and everything's paper. They like it's all the products are all paper. The straws are paper. Everything's paper.
It's one thing I don't like is paper straws. So I have metal straws that I use in the house.
Me too.
Because paper straws, that
you're
never gonna drink more than 2 sips out of that
That's
thing.
why I always say leave no straws, please. I use or pour it into a glass or whatever.
I have tons of bottles like this that have a built-in straw inside it anyway.
Yeah.
So that's where most of my drinks go into.
Yeah. They're the best.
My coworkers,
keep everything cold and warm.
Yes. Oh yes.
Yeah. I have one. I don't have it with me right now, but it says Art Junkie. Art crochet,
I love it.
Art crochet and YouTube all day.
Love it. Love it.
It's a good one. My daughter.
I agree, Tina. Paper straws are gross.
Yeah.
There's a texture thing there.
Tina lives in the same town I do. So.
Oh, okay.
She goes through this. She lives through the paper straws as well.
You know, YouTube is an amazing place. I live in a very small town. There's only about 30,000 people in my county completely. The town that I live in is close to about 300 people maximum. There is somebody who watches my YouTube channel that lives on the other side of my county.
Mm-hmm.
Never in my life would have thought somebody would be that close.
Yeah.
But she's over there, and I've actually met up a couple of times with her for coffee and stitching.
Yeah. I've met
on
with Tina
Saturdays.
too. She's been here. She's been to my house.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's
Yeah.
amazing how small the world actually is once you start seeing people come and actually speak to you. Because so many people watch YouTube and never say anything, but
That's
those
true.
that do, you never know.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I was trying to catch up with the chat. I know
So
we're
do you guys? Hi Tammy. Hi Flower Tammy. How are you doing? Do you guys have any questions for Lucas? Just looking over here. Oh my goodness, Lana. I'm so sorry to hear this. He's
Oh, did I
going
miss
through a
something?
depression. It's not good.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, it's not easy. I've been there.
Mm-mm.
I haven't since I've gone through menopause. I haven't had any problems with depression. Thank God, because I had depression all of my life. It was a battle. So it's really nice not to have to deal with that anymore. I'm
Oh, I can imagine.
very happy to be gotten rid of that. I don't know if it's part of that or it's part of the brain. As brain gets worse, I seem to get happier.
Mm. I have really bad seasonal depression, so you'll see in the
Yeah.
winter, I will rearrange this room so that I get maximum amount of sunlight hitting me
Yeah.
throughout the day. And I might actually do that this weekend, switch some stuff around. But in the summer, I become like a hermit. I stay inside my little cave and I don't go anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Here in November in Canada,
Mhm.
where we are, it's very dark and very dreary, and everybody's in their house depressed. It's like almost universal.
Mm. It's
Okay,
not
there's
so
some
bad here until
questions
probably
here.
January, February. We get
Yeah,
our winter is really January through March.
yeah.
But it's coming.
Well, it's because it's darkest here in
Mhm.
November until it starts to get lighter in January, into December, January. Mishi has a question for
Ooh,
you. Oh, here's
Mishi.
a couple questions here. Let's see here. Um, what yarn are you using for the blanket, Allie? Allie's
This blanket,
that. Yes.
this blanket right here is, I actually pulled the label off of this earlier. It is Red Heart Super Saver Color Block. I don't know why the text is flipped over, but it's the color block in the colorway Party Time.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It is. Where is the? Does it show it here a little bit? You can kind of see. I'll put this up to the camera. It has blocks of color and then blocks of that variegated.
Yeah.
Which is really, really cool. And I had no idea that it would look this awesome in a blanket.
Yeah, it's nice.
So I'm gonna probably get more of this yarn and make one maybe for myself or for a friend.
I like
Outside of this one.
what am I trying to say? I like the what do you call those colors? Brain. I like that it's primary colors. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, there's I some of the variegated yarns go a little crazy with having 9 or 10 colors in the mix. This is really only like 4 colors.
Yeah.
And then they mix the variegated spots mix all 4 of the colors together.
Yeah.
In various lengths. So it's very consistent and very put together.
Yeah.
And it's going to look really awesome in the room that it's going to. I hope my friend Sarah enjoys it.
Nice.
But yeah, that's what this is.
We've been
I've
working on blankets on my members live, and this week
mhm,
the stitch that we were doing is the waffle stitch. Each week, somebody picks a color and a stitch. So when
that's so cool.
we're a few weeks in now, so I thought, oh, I should make one of those blankets for your
Yeah,
kiddos. So I started a pink one. So that's what
so
I've been
cute.
working on. Yeah,
I
isn't it
love the
cute?
texture in the waffle
I
stitch.
know, and I'm gonna put like a border. What do you call that border? A fan border.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be
It's
cute.
gonna be nice.
Yeah, and then Mishi was asking, what knitting needle brand do you prefer?
Knitting needle? So I am of two mindsets for the knitting needles. Um, Near and dear to my heart is going to be the Chowgu red lace. I don't think I have one. All of my knitting stuff is put away. It's been all crochet the last month. Um, but the Chalgu red lace with that red steel cable, that's my go-to for knitting needles.
Mm-hmm.
But I finished as part of my summer of shawls a knitted shawl using the Knit Picks Prism interchangeable needles
Oh yeah.
with their new swivel cable.
Mm-hmm.
That's very, very nice. I hate the needle tips, but the cable is nice.
Can you switch it to
So
something else?
you can. If not all of, most of the Knit Picks interchangeable needle tips will work with all of their cables. There are a couple that don't work, and they tell you on the website which ones don't. But for the most part, you can switch them all out. And I bought those cables specifically because it would work with several different needle tips sets, and I want to try some more of their needles. The one that I have, the Prism set, it is hiding. It's in timeout because
Mm-hmm.
the the needles themselves, they have a texture on them that sound like zippers
Oh.
when the needles touch each other,
Okay, I wouldn't
and
like
so
that.
it drove me
Mm,
crazy to knit
yeah.
that shawl. But I wanted to give them a good try, a good like
Mm,
effort to say I'm going to try these and see if I like them.
yeah. Yeah.
Mm, I don't know. Probably gonna give them out on my um probably gonna give them out on my channel at some point.
Yeah.
Because I don't like to keep supplies around if I'm not going to use them. But I'm
Yeah.
also the type of person where if I see a new needle, if I see a new hook, if I see a new something, I want to try it. I want to
Yeah.
see how it is. So I have a ton of stuff that I've bought over the last year that I'm gonna cycle through, like these hooks with the wooden handle.
Oh, interesting.
Um, they're interesting.
Did they
I
come with
like.
a kit?
No, I bought a set of these
Okay.
uh, on Amazon. I think it was. They were very inexpensive. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought I would like them because they have a similar shape to the Clover Soft
Right.
Touch. They're very, very, very similar. Um, I'll put them there,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I can't stand the bamboo. So
All right. That's one thing I haven't tried is I haven't tried wooden hooks or bamboo hooks
mhm. I have a
or
few.
I think that's it.
Bamboo for me in knitting needles and crochet hooks, it depends on the yarn you're using.
That's what I've heard.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't mind it so much for like a natural fiber, like a wool or a
Mm-hmm.
cotton or even a bamboo. But if you go into the acrylics and you mix it with the wood, it's not for me. It's
Yeah.
just not for me. So
Mm-hmm.
your result may differ, but definitely not something that I want.
Yeah, I'll probably get some just to try because I know I'm not going anywhere from the clover or that's
Hmm.
just that's my love and
They're
that's
just so good. I mean,
I know they're just so good. Yes, Ali, Ali K. Yes, make a scallop border is what I'm going to make. Hi,
scallop border. That's the
Suzanne.
word. Oh, I see some more questions. Let's see if
Sorry,
I can
everyone,
grab
but I've
them.
seen that made up in a few podcasts. It's my least favorite color of yarn. Oh yeah.
Hmm, okay.
I don't know if she was talking about your yarn or my yarn. Maybe yours.
And
I
maybe
don't know.
both. I don't know.
Who knows?
I see a question from Tina asking if I
Yeah.
did videos from my car. I did a weekend or so ago. I did a little outage trip, and I'm not happy with how the videos looked. So, don't know if I'm going to release it, but that's the only thing I've done in my car.
So when do
Maybe.
you go live, Lucas? And when
Mhm.
do you
Yeah.
release your videos? What's your usual schedule like?
So right now, I'm currently releasing my weekly update videos on Sundays, usually around 5 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes the video go up a little bit earlier than that if I can get it edited in time. Um, I usually can't, so it's usually 5 o'clock. Or for me, in
Mhm.
behind the scenes, it's 4:57, and I'm hitting that upload button, trying to get it up on time. And then the live streams right now are currently Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, and
Okay,
we'll hang out for an hour and a half or so, just chit chatting, hanging out,
break that
working
down.
on projects.
Those actually work for me.
So this time tomorrow,
Tuesday at
I'll be
7.
probably yep. Mhm.
7 live. What time zone is that?
Eastern.
Oh, you're
Eastern.
Eastern. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, you said.
Yeah, Sunday the weekly update videos go up at 5 p.m.
Okay, great.
That's my goal. Yesterday was a little bit iffy because I released 2 videos yesterday.
Hmm.
Um, so my update video didn't go up until close to 10 p.m. But the first video I did, which was showing off the work of the people that entered my Hollow Neon challenge,
Okay.
which was a challenge for Halloween to just use neon yarn.
Yeah.
Um, I did that video first. I wanted that to take some precedence before my
Hmm.
update video last night. So every once in a while it'll be off schedule, but that's what I'm shooting for.
Yeah. Yeah. I do this live here Monday night where I
Hmm.
interview someone. Not always crochet. Sometimes my next interviewer will be in the new year and it'll be an art person.
Hmm.
But and then I do my art live on Friday afternoon, and I have my
Hmm.
members live on Sunday afternoon,
Very
and
cool.
I do a vlog, and I'm busy, but I don't work anymore. This is my job, so
Oh,
I keep busy. I keep
it is
busy, and now
tough
I
to
just
do
added in
YouTube.
a planner. I'm doing a planner spread every week now too.
Mine is very simple. I won't lie. I'll show you a little. Not many people see this anymore. I used to do that's upside down. I used to do a channel where I would do like planner spreads, but my current planner spread is very very simple.
Very nice.
Very simple.
Is
It
that
gives me space
is
to
your planner spread videos? Are they still up?
um I don't know. I will look.
Yeah.
But it was on a channel called Lucas Plans.
Well, that
I
makes sense.
wonder if they're still there.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
I wonder if they're still there. I don't remember taking them down, so they might actually
Yeah.
still be there. One of the things that I did over the years was I actually opened a sticker shop for planner stickers, and I
Oh
had that open
yeah.
for a few years. And so I
Yeah.
was using the videos plus um, some of their social media to build up a community around that and learning how to do that. It was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Um, but I fell out of it when my mom got sick, so I had to
Yeah.
walk away from a lot of things. So
Yeah.
it happens. But planning is still something I do every single day because if I didn't, my entire life would fall apart. Because I remember I lost my bullet journal last year. Not last year, it was earlier this year. I already think it's 2025 in my brain. Um, I lost my bullet journal earlier in the year, and I was completely lost for a week. I had no idea what I was doing, where I was going, anything. So I had to replace it. But it's fine.
Mine was meant like to keep me organized, but really it's
Hmm.
more about creating than it is about organizing.
Hmm. For
Although
me, it. it's taking a minute to slow down and think
Yes.
about what I'm doing,
Mm.
because if I don't do that, then I'm going to be lost. And it's hard for me with everything that's going on in the ADHD and all these things to sit down and focus. It's really tough for me to do that.
Yeah.
So if I write it down physically, I've tried digital planners and all kinds of things. I have to write it down and do it multiple times before I will remember what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Suzanne. I promise you I'm not ignoring chat. I'm just chatting with a friend.
Yeah.
But yes, I have a very relaxed style to my videos. I don't want it to be stressful. I don't want it to be, some people put on a personality and they go above and beyond and do all this stuff. That's just not who I am. I just talk about the things that I like. And I'm a pretty calm person in most things. So it just comes out that way in the video. So
that's my style too. I'm relaxed. You're here in my house, live from the lounge chair.
Yeah. As early on in the channel, I had different furniture in this room, and one of the comments that I got very early on was, "Why are we looking at your bedroom? Why is it so messy?" And I was like, first off, you don't know if this is actually my bedroom, so don't assume. But second off, messy is usually how my life is. One of the quotes that somebody suggested I put on a shirt was from one of my earlier videos that said, "I'm a human, I have stuff."
Yep.
I just do.
Yep.
It's gotten better, mind you. Thank you, planning and some organization.
That's great.
But
it's beautiful. You got your Christmas tree and your yard.
Yeah. This is mostly for background, honestly. Because I work from home, and I spend a lot of time on camera in meetings for work, and so they see this as my background all day. And then when I put the Christmas tree up, one of my coworkers was like, "Wait, you put your tree up early? That means I can do mine too. My husband will let me do it now because somebody else put theirs up." So I've now started this trend at work of people putting their trees up. I am not mad about it.
We're not even doing tree this year. Sarah said, "I'm not going to put up a tree." She says, "I'm having surgery.
I don't blame you,
and I don't want to take it down." And I'm like, "Well,
I
haven't done a Christmas tree at my house since Sarah moved out. I don't really see the point of it." We go to her house.
I was like that for a long time. When my mom got sick and then my grandfather got sick, and we were between multiple houses and doing all the things, we didn't do trees at all.
Yeah.
And then when my grandfather passed away, I was like, taking back something for me. I'm doing something for me. I don't care what it is, but it's something.
Yeah.
And the trees are what it is.
Yeah.
So I don't care if anybody likes it. I don't care if anybody thinks it's cool. That's me. That's mine. That's for me.
That's good. That's important.
So it was a huge relief when I went back and buying the tree and all the supplies and everything the year that I did. It was like a moment of therapy.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it would be that impactful, but it really, really is. I loved Christmas trees as a kid. I loved them all through my adult life, and then I had to stop because of this thing that happened. Well, I'm taking it back from me now.
Yeah.
So
good for you.
Now I have 2 trees in the house. Yeah. I'm working on a third. I'm gonna decorate the porch probably with another one. So it's gonna be all over the place.
That's beautiful. Mishi thinks that a certain mess shows genius. Albert Einstein said, "If a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, of what then is an empty desk a sign of?"
Oh, if you could see my desk.
My desk too. I have 2 desks now. I have 2 desks. I have a wet desk and a dry desk, but I don't seem to use the dry desk. Well, except to hold stuff.
Listen, you have to have stuff handy for the wet desk, so that's what that one's for.
Yeah. So now what I do is I take oh my Lord, the desk cover that's on my dry desk, and I'll move it to my wet desk when I'm trying to do dry stuff.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Mine is a conglomeration of work life, home life, because I do a lot of things on the computer,
Yeah.
and then my yarn station, which is right here.
Okay.
And I'm embarrassed at what it looks like. Maybe I'll show it one day. I don't know. But there are stacks and stacks of half-finished projects, yarn cakes. I've got 2 yarn ball winders. I have my bucket of hooks. I have all kinds of things over here.
See, buckets like that. I have buckets and buckets and buckets of those.
I have so
Like,
many of them.
All kinds of art supplies, different markers, pens, pencils, you name it.
That's
That's
what I have here. I need another. I was actually looking for another one today because I need one for my Tombow markers because I finally found those. They were in a box somewhere.
Yeah. I have ones with.
And I love my Tombows.
I have one with my Tombows in it too. Yep. Yeah.
So I have so many of this, and it's just sitting here. But I use it all. I touch it all every single day.
Yep.
But it's just there.
I have people that in the last month or two have donated a lot of yarn. So I got these giant baskets, and they're full of yarn now. So I'm good to go for a couple of years, I think.
Hey, there you go. There you go. I got a generous donation from another YouTuber, Russet. Smells Like Yarn. Not Smells Like Yarn. It's Raining Yarn. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm confusing 2 different people. He sent a massive box of yarn very early on in the channel. He's like, I'm sending this to you. I hope you use it. Donate it. Whatever you want to do. Here, all of it is still here, but I actually several people have asked to just donate and send yarn to me, and I've only said yes a couple of times because I don't have a lot of space for it right now. And I want it to go to, if you're going to donate it, give it to somebody who has the ability to use it right away.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you send it to me, it's going to sit here for a minute.
Yeah.
So
well, for me, it's like I'm making blankets on the regular basis for the kids,
right?
And the lovies. So somebody has to donate the yarn. Yeah, somebody has to donate the yarn, or the blankets don't get made. So
right.
So I have a person in the community that does that regularly. So it's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and I have a lot of people in the community that are making blankets as well. So it's not just me; it's a whole bunch of people doing the situation. And Tina, who's here, Sheena makes blankets for Chio now too. Yeah.
A wire wrapping cart. You mean for like stones and gems and stuff? For jewelry making? Tie-dye Dawn? That's fascinating.
Yes. Wire wrapping cart. And a whole shelf of dye powders.
How cool.
Dye powders are those for doing what do you call that stuff? This stuff here.
The resin?
Yeah, is it for resin? I love over-the-door organizers. After I saw yours, I ordered 2.
Oh, you can't. I don't know if you can even see it. I have my window scooched down a little bit, but I have a door shoe organizer that I put yarn in.
Yeah.
Because I was tired of it being on the floor. So it's been there, and I gotta tell you, Tie-dye Dawn, I think I am responsible for Walmart selling out of this specific for the door shoe organizer. Because I know of at least 15 people that have told me they bought it because they saw it in the video. Who knows how many people have bought it because that didn't speak to me and tell me, but
Jill, Fiber Floozy, she has all of her yarn in those.
It's fantastic, and it's such a because it's such a wasted space doors. So why not use it to store something useful?
Exactly. She says yes, and I have a tyke saw to cut up stones. I haven't gotten the lapidary equipment. Too expensive.
Yeah, it is. I had a friend that loves wire wrapping, and she makes some beautiful stuff. But I don't have the patience for that. good on you. Good
Yeah.
on you. I tried it several times because if I find a craft that I'm remotely interested in, I'll
Yeah.
try it several times to see
Yeah.
if it'll stick. It just didn't stick with me.
Yeah. What seems to happen with me is I'll get something new and then I'll be obsessed with that for a year or two. And
Hmm.
then it's something new. Like now, like I said, it's just planning. It's been like a couple of months I've been into this planning.
Hmm.
So that's what I'm into right now. But we're always crocheting when we're not doing other things.
Yeah, there's always something. There's always something, especially when it comes to yarn. There's always something to make.
Yep, exactly.
I'm also the type, I have to keep my hands busy. I can't sit still. I have to be doing something,
Yeah,
or I just won't. I will wander. I will literally get up and wander and walk away. You'll
yeah.
never see me again if I'm not sitting here doing something.
I
Um,
I'm always crocheting if I'm watching videos or I'm watching
mhm.
TV or I'm listening to a book. I'm always crocheting.
Yeah,
The
if I
only
ever
time I'm
tell you
not
that I'm
crocheting,
watching a TV show, I'm not
yep,
actually watching it. I'm
yeah,
hearing it because I'm looking at yarn.
exactly, exactly. Hi, Gwen. How are you? Good to see you. We're just about to actually wrap things up.
No, already? Really? Okay.
Yeah, I usually do an hour or so. Well, we're a little over an hour. But
I think an hour to an hour and a half is a good length for a live
yeah,
stream. Some folks go for hours and hours and hours.
yeah. No, I
I
don't
can't
have it
do
in me.
that.
I'm too
Mm-mm.
old for that. No, usually,
I'm not
usually
too
it's
old,
between
but
an hour and a half. Depends on the
I
individual and that sort of stuff and how it goes. I mean, we're chit chatting very easily. It's
yeah.
comfortable. Yeah,
Sometimes I have done a couple of interviews with people um to try to post them on my channel.
yeah.
Um they're really tough to do. They're really tough to
They
do.
are. You gotta. It
So,
takes. Yeah, because you have yourself. You gotta manage. You got the other
mhm.
person. You got the chat. You got the. You know. Yeah. It's. I'm getting better at it, but it depends on the individual
Mhm.
that you're interviewing. Sometimes it's difficult more than
Can't be
others.
too
That's why.
introverted and do interviews. You gotta have a
Yeah. Yeah.
conversation and keep
Yeah.
it moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this has been
Some
fun. If
people
we're
are
if we're that close
uncomfortable.
already, my goodness.
Some people are uncomfortable when they're doing it. Like not
Mhm.
me. I mean, the person I'm interviewing is uncomfortable, so then it makes it's a little more difficult. But you're perfectly comfortable
Nah,
on
I've spent
talking.
so much of
You
my
know
life in front of
me.
cameras.
Yeah. So yeah, we're both comfortable. Makes it easy.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people when they first start YouTube, I've seen several people message me and they're like, well, how do I get used to this? And I'm like, you don't get used to it. You just get better at it. You
Yeah.
learn to talk to yourself and have a better conversation with you because that's really what you're doing
Mm,
most of the time is just
yeah.
talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Um, once you get better at that and having that conversation with yourself and get over what
Mhm.
you feel is awkwardness doing that, then your
Yeah.
videos are fantastic.
Yeah.
But it takes a while to get there. Same thing with interviews.
Yeah.
Um, just you're just chatting with a person.
Yeah.
There just happens to be people.
Yeah.
There just happens to be other people. And it's always fun. I love them. They're so much fun to do.
Yeah. I like them too. They're fun.
I'm trying to get into to more of the live streams and things like this. I
Yeah.
really enjoy it. But for a long time, I just wouldn't let myself do it. I don't know why. But
When I was doing
you
your
are.
YouTube before, there were no live stream. It was all videos.
Hmm.
And then when I came
Hmm.
back, it took me a while to get the guts up to do a live stream
Hmm.
because I was so used to editing everything. And I love editing. That's why I continue to
Hmm.
do videos that are edited because I like the whole process of editing.
Yeah, I really love editing videos.
Yeah,
It's
me
so
too.
much fun to do.
Me too.
Um, and I don't even edit mine to the extent that some people do. I
Yeah,
just, cut out the beginning and the end where you're like pressing record and getting situated.
yeah,
Um, but for me, I find the recorded stuff to be more nerve-wracking than live streams. And it took a while to get there.
yeah,
It took a while to get there, but once you get over the I don't know if it's lack of control or if it's something, I don't know. But once you get over the initial the hump of like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know what this is, and you realize you're just gonna sit down and talk. That's all it is.
Mm,
It's nothing. People get used to it very quickly. Hopefully,
yeah.
it's so much
Yeah.
fun to do.
Yeah. A lot of times I think, oh, maybe I'll just, get on do live
Hmm.
because it's easier. It's easier
It is.
than editing a
It is
video,
much easier.
especially
It is
with
much
planning
easier.
videos and art journaling videos. They take a long time.
They do.
They
They
take a
do.
long time to
Especially.
make and then edit. And
Hmm.
Tara's not
Oh
used.
yeah.
Why is it taking you so long? I'm like, this is the way this process is. It just takes a long time.
Zoila. Do you see Zoila's comment? Oh my goodness.
I remember doing lives and mom passes in her undies.
I
Yeah.
am so glad that I have this enclosed space that I can do this stuff in, because I don't think I would do it otherwise. I know for a fact my mom would walk by and try to tease me and make me laugh. For a fact, she would.
I
Doesn't matter
used
what
to
I'm doing.
do videos when Sarah was young and walking by and stuff. It didn't bother me at all.
No,
Yeah,
just like the comment I made where I said I'm human, I have stuff. Well,
yeah,
I'm human, I have people. People
exactly.
are gonna people.
Yeah.
So I much relate to those that show the real life aspect of what they're doing versus trying to
Be perfect.
sanitize whatever they're showing and
Yeah,
be like the Stepford wife or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like,
No, I'm not
too
into that.
perfect? No, thank you. I
No,
Because I can't recreate that.
no.
If you're making something and the presentation is perfection, I can't do that because I'm not
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
So I much more relate to people that are real.
I noticed that, especially in the planner community.
Oh yes.
Everything's perfect.
Oh
The
yes.
nails are done. The things are perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like cookie cutter from each other. And that's one thing. If you go and look at some of my planner stuff, it's similar, but it's definitely got the Shannon spin on it because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, first of all, I'm not using the same stickers as everybody else
Well, thank goodness for
because they
that.
all use the same stickers, the same companies. And I'm
Yeah.
Canadian and their $20 stickers are like $50 for me. So I'm not going down that route.
My favorite sticker creator is actually in Canada.
Oh, really? Eh? So,
Coffee Monster Co.
oh, yes. Yes.
Love her
Yes.
stuff.
Let me write that
Fantastic.
down. Coffee Monster Co. Toronto, eh? I think.
I think she's in Toronto or outskirts of that. I think
Yeah.
I love her stuff because she created her entire business because her goal is to retire her parents so her parents don't have to work.
Wow.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So plus she's an amazing artist. Her stuff is
Yeah.
super cute and
Yeah.
it's really useful. It's not stuck to any specific genre.
Yeah.
It's very versatile. So if you spend $15 there, you're gonna actually use the stuff you
Hmm.
get. Whereas if you get some other kits and some other things,
Yeah.
and this is coming from somebody who used to make them,
Yeah.
you're gonna spend money and you have this themed kit that you're gonna use once and have a bunch
Yeah.
of sticker pages left over. You're not gonna touch.
Yeah.
So I love the stuff that she creates.
I've been getting a lot of stuff from Timu. They have a
Temu is a
lot of
fantastic
fun,
resource.
really fun, different sticker stuff that I
Hmm.
like because I'm really into like I did one that was I did a stickman one
Hmm.
and I did one that was tattooed ladies
Hmm.
and
I need to
some
go back and watch some more of those
ancient
videos.
ancient like a lady that's she's a princess I guess but it's like from ancient times.
Hmm.
Yeah, so they have a lot of different things. I did a
I
really creepy cute one for Halloween that was really good.
I love off the wall stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
me
don't I
too.
don't like the cookie cutter,
No.
you know, You can see it on every channel type of thing.
Yeah.
I like a little quirk here and there. I
Yeah.
like a little, you know,
Yeah.
I always say to people, if you ask me to think outside the box, then your box is too small.
Mm-hmm.
So expand your box, go outside the normal. You're going to find something cool there.
Yeah.
So I live all kinds of crazy lives and things, and I don't want boring in most of the stuff that I do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, my planning style is pretty boring, but for me, it's more function than it is
Yeah.
art.
Yeah.
So if I was doing more of the decorative stuff, it would be all over the place. It
Yeah.
would be all over the place. Not gonna lie.
It's both for me. I need the boxes, but I have to decorate. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah,
But
I love.
yeah.
I used to have some more flexibility in my planning stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But when I took the position I have at work, it became more about keeping me on task and keeping
Yeah.
me in line with what I need, because I have deadlines for all kinds of stuff now.
Yeah.
So it became more of that and less of the frills that I would love to do,
Mm-hmm.
and used to do it in all of my stuff. But that's what I love about planning, because no matter what you're trying to do, you can accomplish it.
Yeah.
Same thing with yarn and knitting and crochet. You want to make a thing? Cool. There's the pattern. Make the thing.
Yeah. Well, my life is very scheduled now. Like I said, I have
Mm.
all this YouTube stuff that I do, which is primarily what I do. But then,
Mhm.
I visit my friends. I go out with my friends one night a week, and I go out with my mother one night. Or, I mean, I go visit my mother one day a week. I go out with my daughter at least once a week. So it's very organized and plan wise.
Hey,
So
I wish my life was like that.
Yeah.
It will be one day. It was
Yep.
like that before.
It will be one day. Yep.
The things that we're doing at work, there's so much to do that it's just the project they have us working on is absolutely insane.
What do
And
you
it's
do?
very ambitious. I'm a project manager.
Yeah.
So I basically my favorite way of describing it is I wrangle adult toddlers with money all day. I get to sit there and watch them argue over the best way to do things. And I say, no, we can't do that because we have to have this done by Thursday. So figure that out and make it happen, please. I just boss a lot of people around all day, basically.
Very nice.
But what comes with that is a very long list of items that have to happen at certain times, or the biggest goal that I have is to have my projects on time and under budget.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever we're doing, it has to be under budget. I'm given a certain number of hours to do it. So y'all can argue all day. That's fine. But we have this box we have to finish right now. What are we doing? So most of my day is spending talking to the various departments at work, to different people that are responsible for stuff, and making sure that we meet these targets.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where my planning turned from decorative to functional. I have to have all of this stuff. So that is really where most of that shines for me. But that's what I do. Project manage. But basically wrangling adult toddlers with money. That's all that I'm doing.
And in what business?
It is a financial technology company.
Oh, okay.
So we work in the banking industry. We help money move from different businesses. And a lot of it is way more stressed than it needs to be. This white in my beard was not here 2 years ago.
That happens.
That's all I'm going to
As soon
say.
as you turn the corner on 40, 50.
Hey, I earned every bit of it. I earned every single one of these hairs. I'm going to keep them. But it is a challenge. It keeps me on my toes for sure. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I
No,
didn't
you
think I
want your
could do
job to
it.
be challenging.
Yes,
You want your job to be
absolutely.
challenging. Otherwise, it's just not going to be very nice.
Absolutely. I was itching for a change some years ago, and my manager at the time saw something in me, and she said, "We're going to put you to work somewhere else." So she pulled me out of what I was doing before, put me over here, and it's been a crazy roller coaster since, but I love every minute of it. I hate some of the projects that I work on, mind you, but I love every bit of the job.
Very nice.
It
Yeah,
is
my
so much
last
fun.
job I had was very challenging too.
Mhm.
I wrangled seniors, who were basically toddlers, trying to
Mhm.
escape, trying to escape hospitals and go into other people's rooms and take their clothes off.
As somebody who has dealt with a grandparent with dementia and Alzheimer's,
Okay,
I
you
know
know all about it
exactly what
then.
you're talking about.
I worked one on
Uh,
one with severe dementia, Alzheimer's patients. Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Oh
that's
yeah.
what we did.
That is all in itself a challenge.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Just
challenging
getting
for
to
sure.
lunch without somebody hurting themselves
Yeah, it's.
all day.
I loved it though. It was fun. It was fun.
And you
But
never know. My favorite part of the whole thing, dementia and Alzheimer's are awful diseases. I wouldn't want to wish them on anybody.
mhm.
Um, but the fun part about it, because there is a fun part in everything, there's always a silver lining.
Yeah.
You learn all the family secrets, all the family secrets, because somebody thinks you're somebody's cousin from
Some.
20 years ago,
Oh,
and they
that's
tell you all
funny.
the stuff.
That's funny.
They tell you all the secrets, or there's some challenging moments. There's some absolutely challenging moments, like my grandfather
Yeah.
um, was almost 90, had been very frail and weak for years, hadn't really done much of anything. Tell me why this man crawled under the house to get a machete that we didn't know was there.
Oh my God.
What? What is going on? Yeah, they
Wow.
do all kinds of things. They
Yeah,
do all
they
kinds of
do.
things,
They.
and you never
I've
know.
had patients like they're making forts and
Yeah,
out of their bed.
yeah.
They for some
Oh
reason
yeah.
they all like to fold things.
Hmm.
There's something to.
Or if there's a texture in a blanket or
Mhm.
on something that's different, they'll pick at it
Yep.
for hours.
Yep.
Um, he
Yep.
had a chair, one of those motorized lift chairs to help him
Hmm.
stand up,
Yep.
and it was like a fake leather that had
Yep.
cracks in it, and he
Yep.
picked all of that off, all of it.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, and I'd give them the face cloths. They'd
hmm,
fold all the face cloths.
yep.
And then we're
Oh
done.
yeah.
You move 'em, give them back to them. They do it. Keep doing it.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give them something to do, and they'll do it for hours. But
Yep.
then I feel a little guilty because are they really enjoying it? Probably not, but they're not walking around the neighborhood. So
Exactly. Exactly.
been there, done that. Been there, done that.
Yeah. Now Sarah gets to deal with me and my
Hmm.
memory.
But remember the silver lining. You get to tell all the family secrets now. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know any family secrets.
Maybe that's a good thing.
I'm doing good. My neurologist says just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing
Yeah.
fine.
Mhm. I don't think you give yourself enough credit, my friend,
Yeah.
because you managed to do a lot of things that I can't even do. So
Yeah.
I'm very, very, very happy to see you here.
No, it's good. Yeah. It's good. And my people know me, so they're getting very good at figuring out what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
That's the
Yeah,
worst of it. I have
just
good
give
days and I
yourself a
have
little
bad.
bit of grace,
Today's a good
and
day.
it'll be. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's even normal people, quote unquote normal people,
Yeah.
have good days and bad days.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, but I'm not normal. I don't know if you could tell, but I am not normal. I refused.
That's why I like
Normal
you.
is boring.
That's why I like you.
Normal is boring. Who wants to do that? Not me. That's why my Christmas tree is up before Thanksgiving.
No, it should be. It's good. It's good.
I
My
take the
daughter does
European
that
mindset to
usually
it.
every year. She's got her Christmas tree up by November,
Mhm.
beginning of November.
I like to live
So
like the Europeans do. I will have it up if I could. I would have it up on Halloween.
I think
I,
Halloween is a good date. Like after
I think
Halloween,
so.
put your Christmas tree up.
I think so. I think so.
Especially here in Canada because we don't have Thanksgivings. We don't have Thanksgivings before
Mhm.
Halloween. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, we get stuck with that pesky Thanksgiving dinner thing, but hey, whatever. I'll put up a Thanksgiving tree. I don't care.
I like the
Um,
turkey and the pumpkin pie. It's good.
Ooh, you can have my slice of pumpkin pie, but I will fight you for some cranberry sauce.
Oh, I love cranberry sauce too. Oh,
I will
love it.
fight you.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Hi, Don says that you two have my favorite giggles, chuckles on YouTube.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, I do too. Thank you so much. And with that, I'm going to do my love you and leave you.
Absolutely.
Zoila, thank you for being here, honey. It was good having you.
Yes,
and
you're amazing.
Dawn. Zoila is ever amazing. Susanna, it was nice to have you. Oh my. She said that
those
her
family
mother
secrets
was telling the family secrets. Yep.
they will come out.
Let's see, Tina. I still have a gift for you here, don't I, Tina? I think you won the last giveaway, and we haven't given it to you. I'll have to get that to you before Christmas. And I'm going to be heading out on Thursday. Sarah's having her surgery on Friday, so after Thursday, I won't be around here.
No, hopefully
Kathy
the
Whitney.
postal strike isn't going to affect you too much.
Yeah, no, the postal strike. We've done all our Christmas shopping.
Okay.
So that's good. We're both done, so that's good. It's good that we do it early.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for being here, Frizzy. You probably already left, but thank you for coming. And Tammy, thank you for being here. Suzanne. Who else was here? Let's see. Lots of anybody who was a lurker. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Brandon, thank you for being here. Karen H, thank you for coming. Mishi, it was pleasant to have you here, honey. Mama knows best, Gwen. Thanks for coming. Nightbot. No, we don't need you. I think. Let's see here. Nessa. Good to have you, Nessa. She left, but anyways, it was good to have you.
Yes.
And I think that's everybody that said hello. Oh no, Ali K. Lovely Ali K. Ducta. Oh, they're actually letting me go all the way up to the top. Usually they don't let me.
Oh my.
Lana.
Maybe I'm good luck.
Thank you, Lana. Coming. And Flower Tammy, thank you for being here.
Yes.
I like to say goodbye to everybody. It's just my thing I do. So there we are. Jolene, thank you for being here. You've been lurking. Yes. Thank you for coming. I've been doing the waffle stitch.
The waffle stitch.
I
should do some waffle stitch.
Yeah, I thought, oh, that'll make a nice blanket. And then I started, I'm like, this is going to take a long time.
It might. It might. But it's going to be a very thick, comfy, cushy blanket.
Yeah, it's squishy.
I love the waffle stitch.
I just won't make it that big. I'll make it for a smaller kiddo. But, yeah, it's so nice to have you, Lucas.
Absolutely. Anytime. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I had a great time too. So we will love you and leave you. Take care, everybody.
We'll see you on the YouTube streets.
See you next time. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.